Joining me now is Joe Perry, Global Head of Business Development at ForexAnalytix, and I'm Abigail Doolittle, and we are starting our Smart Charts technical segment. And Joe, it's been such a long time since we've had an opportunity to chat. So much has happened. We had a bear market, and now we have this raging move higher. Right now, the S&P 500 stuck in a little area of consolidation. Before we take a look at a chart that's just amazing, which we'll talk about in a moment for reasons that we'll also talk about, what are you thinking overall? Because you have such a good perspective as a trader.
Yeah, I think we will end up going higher out of this consolidation area. We raced up towards some resistance and pulled back. It looks like it may just be a correction, so I think we're going to move higher overall. It depends on how the summer goes. If the coronavirus comes back in full force, people start to look at the election and start pricing in the Joe Biden victory. You know, we may see something else like that pull back, but I think that's after a high. The dollar is pretty much negatively correlated with stocks overall as well. So we're going to see a lot of currencies moving with stocks as well. So if you're long the euro, if you're long Aussie, essentially you are long stocks as well. And gold, I think, is going to slowly move higher as we go throughout the year.
Well, that dollar chart is really pretty interesting. We just had another guest on a Options Insight expecting it to go down. It's going to be interesting to see whether or not that happens. Some very precise technicals in the dollar chart for sure. A conversation for another time. But your S&P 500 chart, the reason this chart in the Bloomberg terminal amazes me so much, we used this chart 2 years ago, and we're stuck in the same place.
Yeah, can you believe it? It's amazing that we had those A, B, C, D corrections, and then we had this nice trade off this low, and I thought that we were going to be heading for another one after we broke down out of this channel. But we corrected sideways in triangle-like formation. So here we are trading sideways inside a triangle. So that's one area that we're holding right there. But also within that is that top trend line that comes in from all the way back in September 2018. And it's a 200-day moving average right there as well. So I could see why there's a lot of fighting right here between the bulls and the bears. But I think it is going to result to the upside.
And that RSI down there does not bother you on the fact that it's trending down?
Yeah, so, you know, the RSI is interesting because look where we ran into this resistance within the channel. We hit it and we pulled back. The RSI was able to pull back into that neutral area. So that makes me more optimistic that we're going to go higher because we did have that correction of the RSI into neutral territory. Okay,
good. Well, you've had some great calls in the past. Let's now take a look at your gold chart. And, Joe, I have about 25 seconds or so for you on this one.
Okay. Gold, you can see how it's breaking out of this pennant formation. However, it's just ever so slowly. And, you know, if you look at the beginning of June, there was a higher negative correlation than there is right now. So that, to me, says that gold may be moving higher no matter what stocks do. So if stocks go up higher to 3,200, they could. Gold may go up too, especially if there's no correlation.
Right.
If it does go up to 34, I still think that overall, in the longer term, this is going to rally.
Yeah.
And I think that this pennant points to 2050 or so.
Well, Joe Perry of ForexAnalytix, thanks for joining us for Smart Charts. And from New York, this is Bloomberg.